Hey folks, Chris here with MPC Remote Starts. We're going to take our Toyota MPC Remote Start Kit and install it into this 2022 Toyota Tacoma Push-to-Start. Let's get started. Turn on the Push-to-Start so we can turn the steering wheel. And we're going to go ahead and remove the screw. And then there's also one on the right side. Once you've done this, you can turn the ignition off. Basically hit it twice. We'll pop the door sill. Just pops straight up. We're going to reach into here and remove this little tab. We're going to remove this kick panel, which just lifts out. There we go. There's 3 screws, here, here, and here. 10mm socket. We're going to pop this off. This is going to pop right off. Okay? Nice and easy there. And here, drops right down. Got to pull down from here. Unsnap this straight down, and that's gonna give us access to our steering lock connector right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this panel out of the way. You don't have to do this to complete your install. Brings everything out of the way so that you have a clear view of both the connection points that you need to make here. But we're gonna go ahead and start with the steering lock connector first here. Basically just push in, pulls right out. Take your T-harness and plug the factory into this connector here. Nice snap, good connection. And then you're gonna take the male harness, connect it into there. And this is the ECU connector that we're going to use that we pop out. Take your pick tool and just pops right out like so. Take your B connector of your harness, it's going to be labeled as so. Plug in like that. Then you take this connector, plug in like that. The red 6-pin connector has an orange and yellow wire on it. Both these wires need to be cut away. The 2 leading back into the harness, we're going to twist together and keep that connection closed. These 2 here are going to have 2 wires added to them and ran across the dash over to behind the glove box for the telematics connection. So I have my 2 wires here that I'm going to connect to that orange and yellow. They're going to go through the passenger side. Going to make our connection to our small wires here. We're going to take our wires and we're going to go ahead and run it right up underneath here through the dash. We're going to need to remove this glove box to access the connector that's back here. You're going to have to start by removing this here. Once you've gotten that, take your pry tool, pop that down. That'll access that screw right there. Open the glove box. There's a screw here and a screw here. I'm going to pop this panel. Okay. This pops right off. And that way we access 1 screw here and these 2 10mm right here. So take the glove box, pop it straight out. Here we go. This yellow wire is to the bottom of this airbag. Do not disconnect this, just let it hang, let it sit there. Don't mess with it. We need to get to this gray connector right here. So this is the connector that we're getting to. We said pin 1, blue wire, which is right here. Do the same thing for the purple wire. Now the purple wire is connected to the yellow with the red. And what we want to do is have that wire connect to the wire leading back into the vehicle, where the other one was leading back to the connector. So now that we've made this connection here, then we'll take this and we're going to pop it right back in. Go ahead and reconnect the glove box back into place and do our programming. Okay, what we're going to do now to program this module is we're going to go ahead and press and hold down on the program button. While holding down, plug in the black 4-pin connector. What we're going to do is wait for a solid single blue light. There we go. Let go of the module. Now you want to plug in the rest of the connectors. Here's our 20-pin, red 6-pin, and our white 5-pin. Okay, now that we've got all those plugged in, you're going to press the push to start button 2 times. 1, 2. Blue light will go out. And you want to wait for the blue lights to come back on flashing. Could take up to 30 seconds, but once it starts flashing, that'll tell you that it's learned the module. There we go. Go ahead and push the push start 1 time, turn the ignition off, and it is programmed. All right, what we're gonna do now is do just a real quick test start. You wanna go lock, lock, lock. It's gonna activate the remote start, get the ignitions on, and the vehicle will crank and start. There we go. So if you were to press the unlock, as soon as you open the doors, this system's gonna shut down. That is an OEM factory thing with Toyota that you can't get past, but we know everything's working exactly the way it's supposed to. So we're gonna get to buttoning this up right now for you. Everything's been buttoned up, tucked back up under the dash. Let's get ready and do a test start. So go lock, lock, and lock. It's gonna activate the ignitions. The vehicle should start in a few seconds. Ignitions are on, and so the vehicle is started. With Toyota, when you press the unlock button, the doors will unlock, but as soon as you open the door, it's gonna shut down the remote start. That's part of the factory shutdown, you can't get around it. So at this point here, get into your vehicle, start it up, and you're on your way.